Hello, my name is Stephen York. I'm the pastor of the United Methodist Church in Stonington, Maine. I'm so glad that you have chosen to watch this message, preached Christmas Eve 2009 at 11 p.m. I preached this sermon entitled, Giving Birth to New Meaning in Christmas. I trust that you will enjoy it. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know who could preach after that. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. And the government shall be upon his shoulders. Who would have thought that a baby born 2,000 years ago would have had such an impact that these millennia later we are still celebrating his birth. At least 2 billion people tonight around the world are celebrating the birth of this baby. His names are magnificent. Wonderful Counselor, Prince of Peace. His birth was such a stir in the Gospel of Matthew that it brought political repercussions that were phenomenal. As we heard the reading tonight from the Gospel of Matthew, Herod and all of Jerusalem were troubled by the birth of this baby, troubled, shaken. And when the wise men appear, who, by the way, were astrologers, looking and following the star, they said, "Where is the King of the Jews, that we may worship him?" And Herod said, "I don't know, but, oh, by the way," wink, wink, "when you find him, let me know, so that I may also go and worship him." Never before in the history of the world has the birth of a baby shaken a political establishment like the birth of Jesus shook up that place. An innocent little baby in diapers who kept his parents up at night, shook the establishment of the Roman government that was oppressing the people, because of this prophecy in Isaiah that a child would be born in Bethlehem. Bethlehem was one of the most insignificant places geographically in that region of the world. The prophet Micah asked the question, can anything good come out of Bethlehem? It was not the place for royalty to be born. Even though it was the city of David, it was looked at with disregard and contempt. It was not part and parcel of where those who were being prepared politically for power were born with silver spoons in their mouths. No, he was born in a manger and laid in a manger. Oxen and other farm animals were there to greet him. And yet this birth of Jesus shook up the establishment to the point they wanted to kill him. And he had not even begun his ministry. At the trial of Jesus 33 years later, Pilate, the Roman governor, asked the question, "Are you the king of the Jews?" This question followed Jesus from the moment he appeared in Bethlehem as a babe in swaddling clothes to the moment he was betrayed and crucified. Are you the king of the Jews? Everyone expected that the Messiah was going to establish a new government. The prophet said it. And the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Prince of Peace. By the way, these were all names that Caesar Augustus claimed for himself as emperor, including Son of God, including Prince, including all of the attributes that we hear spoken in Isaiah. So there was nervousness among the establishment. This child continues to stir the establishment. There were those in his day, including the 12 disciples, who thought that Jesus was going to pull off a revolution and have a coup d'etat and establish a government. And there are those even in our country and around the world tonight who believe that if things were really right, Jesus would be running Washington. Jesus himself said in the Gospels, "My kingdom is not of this world." And for 2,000 years, people have missed that point. If only we can get enough votes in the Senate, or if only there was an appropriate number of justices on the Supreme Court who would vote a certain way, things would be fine. People have missed the point. Jesus is the disturber, and he disturbs not just at the political level and in a traditional manner, but he comes at the root where we are. Let's think for a moment what this baby has disturbed.